Hello everyone, this is Keith Pabian from Pabian Law, and this week I want to talk about an issue that we're seeing more and more with our clients, which is having H-2B visa workers show up for a season and either already be pregnant or tell the employer that they're pregnant during the season. So this has been the call that happens more and more where one of our hospitality clients calls us and says, "Hey Keith, what do we do? So-and-so is pregnant, what do we do?" And these are some of the issues and considerations that you want to have in mind if and when this happens to your organization. So first of all, you need to figure out as an organization what you want to do. Are you okay having the worker, having a pregnant worker for this season? Are they able to do the jobs? And also you need to find out from the worker, what is her intention, right? Do they want to be here for the whole season? Where do they want to have the baby? Oftentimes it's going to be in the US, but you don't ever want to assume anything. One of the first things that I'm always going to tell you to do, though, is make sure that you're talking to your employment lawyer, because there are so many employment law issues in play here anytime you're dealing with a pregnant worker. But from an immigration standpoint, once you understand what you want to do as the employer and what the worker wants to do in terms of where she wants to have the baby, when she's due, and so on, here's what you want to here's what you want to keep in mind. First of all, is the worker going to have the baby during your season? If so, where is she going to live? Where's the baby going to live? Are you okay having a baby in staff housing? Do you have policies around that? Do you have in your policies right now, do you have something that says that you cannot have kids or babies in staff housing? And if that's the case, where is this worker going to live? Second of all, are you okay with the worker taking some time off during the season? So let's assume that the worker's pregnant and the baby is due early on in the season. Are you okay having them sit for a little bit, rest, recover, and then come back for the remainder of the season? If so, that's okay. There's actually a method to be able to allow the worker to voluntarily pass up work. We at Pabian Law can always provide you with an attestation, as long as you're a client of ours, that the worker can sign that allows you to not have to meet some of the wage and hour obligations that otherwise would be present if the worker is on site and could be working. Now, if the worker wants to go home, that's fine too. And if that's the case, you also need to make sure that we know so that we can notify the government when she leaves. As long as the worker is leaving voluntarily, you don't have to offer return transportation. But if you're somehow firing them for being pregnant, and this is where you definitely want to talk to the employment lawyer because they're probably going to talk you out of that, you would need to offer the one-way flight home. Here's the thing overall. The more that you think through this issue and have this written into your employee policies, the more protected you're going to be. Because what I led this video with is that you have choice here, you have agency, but you need to be sure of what you want to do. And then that also goes into consistency, right? You want to treat people the same. You want to make sure that you're setting a precedent and then following through with it to avoid, conflicts in the workplace and having disgruntled employees. Overall, there's a solution for just about everything here, whether the employee wants to have the baby in the US, whether they want to go home, whether they want to take some time off and come back to work. But the most important thing is communication with us as your immigration lawyer, your employment lawyer, and also communicating with the worker to understand what everyone wants and needs. All right. As always, we're here if you have any questions. You can always reach out to us at Pabian Law. This is definitely an issue we're seeing more and more. And I hope everyone has a great week ahead. Thanks so much, everybody.